Hey up lads, so in this one what we're going to be doing today is... You bloody what done? Don't chat! Yeah. How's them bullets done? How's them bullets? Oh, Right, sorry about that lads, just had to murk Danny boy quick time. Yeah, what we're going to be doing is going over a cafe setup on Bar and Cocktail, which is guaranteed to win you more games on solo queue or even in your rank stack. Let's fucking get it.
You won't kill me.
Rightio lads, Bar Cocktail, let's get this setup started. So, we'll start with the reinforcements. You're definitely going to want to reinforce this wall off, just to protect from anyone in CS. And this is going to be a great position for you to stand in as a defender. We're going to do a rotation hole here so that you can rotate without getting shot through skylight. It's just sort of going to make it a bit easier if you've got to make a play late round if they're planting. But yeah, great position to play. If they're nading out the floor from under, I'll make sure to stand on top of there to avoid that. And just use this reinforcement as cover really and quick peek and try and get some picks. You can melee out this guardrail, which actually lets you sprint across. It also just allows you like to drop down if you really want to, and it will make it easier to fight anyone down there. Now, I do want to say, if you're one of the rats that sits in this corner quick peeking, thinking that you're not going to get spotted or anything, then all I can tell you is stop, because that might work in like bronze and flipping gold and that, but you're just going to get droned at, you're just going to get trapped by someone on new bulk. It's just pointless, don't do it, don't get yourself killed. Right, moving on, I would suggest making head heights on this wall. I've seen a lot of people doing like medium, like normal head heights. And, I mean, that's alright, but if you do it right at the top, you get this nasty little angle that will just allow you to lob nitros, gas canisters, and even impact grenades. So I think it's way better to do it much higher up. Next thing, bro, that you're going to want to do is shoot at the little bar and the long bar, just to see the plant if they're getting it down, and it's just a good thing to do. That's going to take us all the way into freezer. You're going to want to reinforce off the one on the right. Put a rotate on the left. That's going to allow you to come in and out of freezer, and you won't be spotted as much from the skylight as you can be if you put it on the left. There is still a little bit of an angle that they'll be able to see, as you can see on the screen, but it's better than if you do the rotate on the other side. Obviously you're going to want to reinforce off these two freezer walls and then shoot out a vaultable rotate on the left and then reinforce the right. You basically want to make it vaultable, lads, because if it's a normal rotate, if you lose that area, they can just walk straight in, you know what I mean? If you make it vaultable, they have to vault in, which makes a much louder noise. It's going to be way better, but it's up to you, really. It's just default as well, isn't it? Like, I swear that's been done since the start. Now, in here, people use loads of different setups. I think the best thing to do, reinforce off the left, head holes on the right. I think that's the best way to do it. I've seen people reinforce both head holes on the left. I just think at least have one set of head holes, because it's just going to make it a lot easier to hold off cigar. But on the left is way better. Shoot out the glass, shoot out the clock, shoot out the flipping speaker as well, because they're long. Next thing that I would usually do is shoot out feet holes on this wall, because if you're playing in pixel, that's what this spot's called, usually you'd put a shield down on the floor right there, and then you'd play here. It just makes it able, you can just hold new bulk, it's just a lot better, or Shoiko as that area is called. You can alternatively, if you want to make it head holes, you can hold in all the way into piano from all the way back here, and it's quite a good little angle that I don't ever really use, but it's something worth thinking about. Reinforce off the two walls onto red stairs, and there is like a little pixel you can get onto the hatch from here, so it's worth thinking about. It works two ways though, so watch out. You're going to want to shoot off the glass from all of those so you can hear the rappel. And a spot that I like to play, I really like to play in here, because there's a nice few angles, there's a nice little pixel there. You can hold a cigar, you can look into all different angles, new bulk drop, you can even see on the rotate. And then if you want, you can rotate over to pixel, get some nice angles, swap it around when you're in a gunfight. Come from all angles, that's the best way to do it really. And then when you're getting overpressured, you can just leave down white, nice and easy. Rotate off, hold some nice angles down here. That's probably the best way to play it as a solo queue player, but there's loads of different ways you can play it. That's just my favourite way to do it. But yeah, lads, that's the majority of the setup done, to be fair. I mean, it's a pretty simple site. You know, it's not really been very of a different setup since the rework, really. There's a nice little angle here on the desk that you can get all the way from back there. It is pretty risky though, because you are quite exposed. So I don't know about that. It's something to think about. But yeah, lads, just hold your angles. You know, be patient. That was a pixel, by the way. You'll see I've shot the wall all the way from back there. Nice little angle to keep an eye on. But if I had to give you any operators to play, I would say good ones are Legion, Frost, Fenrir. You know, all ones that you can set up site with, but also have a good gadget. You know what I mean? You can bring a smoke, you can bring all the usuals, Jaeger and all that. Just, you know, keep it simple, lads. If you want to get fruity with it, there's the Azami setups that always go around social media. You know, you can try them out. Make sure you've whacked bare utility on these stairs so they don't just walk up.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
And that is fucking that, lads. You know, flipping easy as pie. Go out there and murk some noobs, lads. Simple as that.